I've missed y'all. I debated, am I up to a Tuesday afternoon when we are ready for it to be Friday? But there's so many things. I thought if I don't keep you caught up, it'll all just snowball and there'll be too many things to get it all in. I had said I would share a little bit more. I've been sharing all my stories. It's memories are popping up. And this is my little Holly Hobby wearing an Anne of Green Gables inspired penny and dress, and the little quotes and the flowers and all the things. As I was reading that book for the very first time, look at the little cherry tree. And it also reminds me of a dear friend that was following along with me that's no longer with us. And so when I see those posts and I see her comments, our sweet Karen, so many of you know who she is, I miss her even more. She was cheering me on through this whole project. But this is my Holly Hobby. That was this summer when I made the little hexy cushion, sachet, pillow. That was all the colors, all the calicos and ginghams inspired by Holly Hobby, and took me back to my days in junior high stitching the first Holly Hobby. This is the second one. So this was as a grown up, and doing it how I wanted to and figuring it out. And so all those years later. So that's my little Holly Hobby. I'll set her right here. The other thing that has been happening, and I realized Saturday night after we had that incredible day and that visit to that absolute dream of a knit shop. Like, can I just say, it's the knit shop that you dream, maybe I'll find one of those one day. And I know we all have different ideals of what would be the perfect little shop. But boy, it just ticked all the boxes for me. It was just cozy and filled up floor to ceiling with beautiful, beautiful fibers, beautiful yarns and wools and trunks and old suitcases just spilling over with beautiful, beautiful things. So I had one of the yarns that I picked out was this beautiful golden yellow, and I was winding the ball of it Saturday night and winding, and I kept thinking, what is this reminding me of? I do that a lot, don't I? Things remind me of other things. And it reminded me of this shawl. The very first shawl that I knit was just like this one. Now this is about the third one I did, because the first one was given away. The second one was given away to the mistress of City Mouse. And then the third one this one was given to my sister, who let me have it back. I made her another one. I made her one that was lavender. But I couldn't find this color anywhere. And this is wool, worsted wool, and it was really rough on my hands when I was learning to knit. I knit this in February of 2011, 10 years ago this month. So no wonder when I was winding this ball of yarn, it was taking me back, and I was thinking, that's been 10 years ago. That was when I was on the cusp of turning 50. I would turn 50 that November. And now I'm coming up on 60. I'm thinking all the things that happened in this decade, in my 50s, all the amazing things that I learned, that when I entered it, I had just learned to knit, and I had just learned to create a blog, and I had just learned to think, what else can I learn? Because I thought, when you turn 50, what do you just stop? I didn't know. It seemed so old to me then, and now I'm thinking, I was just a baby. So those of you that comment and you leave messages and you say, I wish I could learn to do this, or I wish I could knit, or I wish I could crochet, don't think it's too late. And also don't think that just because there's things I wish I could do. I wish I could play the mandolin. I wish I could play the cello. I wish I could, there's a lot of things, but I don't want to, it's not to the point where it just eats at me. When something really gets into me and I think, I got to learn how to do that. I wanted to learn how to spin wool, and I did that. It doesn't mean I have have to do that every day. I just saw a friend posted today, and she was talking about these things that just because we want to do it, then we think, oh, we have to invest a full on, and you don't. I learned how to do that, and it was so gratifying, and it taught me that I can learn new things. And then I don't have to keep doing that. I can go buy the yarn. I don't have to spin it. But if I couldn't not spin it, I'd be spinning wool. Now I can't not crochet, and I can't not make little hexies, and I can't not teach school, and I can't not, there's a lot of things. I just can't not do it. So I guess that's a little snippet in there. If there's something that's in you, you just want to get your, try your hand at it. It doesn't mean you have to just go all in. Just try new things. Keeps your brain going. If you're working with your hands, someone told me again, it really keeps your brain firing, and which we all need to have our brains to keep firing. So don't want to get mushy in up there before, The other thing I want to show you, this Volga basket. The irony, I had been looking, actually Googling, searching for these baskets online Saturday morning. So when we walked in that shop, and there was one on the floor, and I was like, oh, those are those baskets. And then when I saw there was actually a price tag on it, they were for sale. I just thought, I've hit the mother lode. It doesn't take much to make me really excited. I guess y'all can tell that by now. But it really, it is fantastic because, for one, it's supporting women who are doing this for their as their livelihood in Ghana, Africa. And so support women across the world and support fair trade. And that it doesn't snag. The wool, your balls of yarn are in here. The wool, it's not snagging. Your projects are not snagging on it. I love the handle. I love everything about it. They had a small size that was too small. I thought I couldn't, I don't know if I would take my lunch in it. It was really tiny. And then they had this size. So I just went ahead, which is perfect because when I'm working on this project and I've got all these different color yarns that I'm wanting to use, I need lots of room. So let me just show you these colors. It's just like nail polish, when they put a really pretty name on the nail polish and you think, oh, I want that, because half of it's just because of the pretty name. But I know I'm that shallow, aren't I? But it just helps. And like Elizabeth Miles commented, she said, it gives it, when you give it a name, it gives it life and a story. And I just love that. So this is the 100 Acre Wood that I just added. And look at that. How the shades of it just does it. It just sends me. It just sends me to the moon. I love it. This is the Prickly Pear. I love that name. That's Prickly Pear. And I wanted to find the wrapper that goes with it. And I think I've tucked it in a bag here. I'm going to look for it in just a second. This is the 100 Acre Wood. Look at that. And that is by Old Soul Fiber. And I've just started following her. She's wonderful. But this was this I found there at You and Company. It's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. So it's wonderful. This one I love because I had run out of, this is clover, and I had run out of that. And so this I found, and that was some I had ordered far away. So this was there, and I wanted to go ahead and get this. This is by Dream in Color Yarn, and it is smushy cashmere. So this was pretty, but is that gorgeous? And it is a fingering weight. It's called Lay a Rose. So I'm just excited about that. So that will be my winding project tonight. I've wound a ball of yarn every night. This is Sweetheart, and I'm over the moon to find something that I can knit little mousy shawls. Her rosewater pink. I ran out of really pretty pale pink for her little shawls. When people order her wearing the shawl, they can pick rosewater pink or lavender or the hand spun, the brown wool. So this is perfect for that. But it also was so pretty. It went, I put it with, I think this is Baby Leaves. It was by Lichen and Lace. Baby Leaves or Baby Greens. I'll check and see. But I loved those three together. It was like little wildflowers, the prickly pear and then the 100 acre, and this was clover. So I'm just all about these colors. Let me see if there was anything else. So, okay, for use number 173 for this little thing, if you got this in your Kindred Spirits, or not Kindred Spirits, Advent calendar from Nikki. I had to take out my calendars and I put them in another pouch that's in my bag. I'll show you that real quick because it's cute. It's perfect. It's a teachery bag, so I can put my little notebooks and my calendars in there and just tuck that right in my Betsy bag. So in this one, I can put all these, you know, what I do. Okay, this is Sweetheart. This is by Forbidden Fiber Company. I shared that in my stories and on the video. And let me get it over here so I can see. So what I do is when I finish that skein of yarn, then I attach it to the card or the thing so that if I'm wanting that color again or somebody asks me, then I've got it. So let me see. This is, okay, so the Prickly Pear is this brand, okay? Tosh Merino Light, Colors from the Desert, okay? Madeline Tosh, so that's the MT, Madeline Tosh. And I'm just really liking that Prickly Pear. So that's what I do with that. And then I've put this in my basket as well. This is another pattern we got from Nikki. She's so great. So I have I'm using a size 3. This Chiago, I don't know how to say it. Look, that's the brand. Does that come clear enough? However you pronounce that. And I have a darning needle in here so that I can weave in my ends, because you have to on that granny stripe. And I've let it go. I normally keep up with it, but look how many. So I got to get busy and do that. Probably tonight I'll do that. And then I've tacked Little Worry Bear because it's just when I need to take a break with my hands and stretch. There's Little Worry Bear. So she hangs out in here. This was I thought that was the cutest kit that I found. That was another thing I found at You and Company. And it is Friends of Alice. So there's blue for the dodo in the pool of tears, and pink for the flamingo, and rose for the Jub Jub bird. I just love those shades. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I had to get it because we love Alice in Wonderland. So that's that update on that. I have not, my Hexies, like I had to get going on that because I had been using the same colors over and over, and it was just getting a little mundane. So I'm switching it up a little bit, and I'm excited. So that's why I had to get on that for a little bit. But then I want to get back to, and I showed these on a picture sitting on my sofa, but I want you to see these. This is this fabric I love. Where is it? It has the Alice in Wonderland thing. So on this one, I just found all the little tiny pictures and put them on. Now this is the 1/2-inch Hexie papers. So it was like each one was like just a little fun thing with each one designing it. That's what I think. I love blending the colors and matching them up, or just seeing what coordinates or what is fun. And each little flower is its own little fun, little happy. And so I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So getting quite a little stack going there. So that's just easy going little things. When I'm tired, like I come in, like I'm gonna get downstairs soon. Tim is fixing supper, and I will get in my gown and just chill out. And that granny stripe is such a mindless, when you learn that stitch, it's one of those that you don't have to think about. The only thing you have to think about is what color do I want to come next. So I do 2 rows. I do 3 rows of color, and then I break it up with 2 rows of the creamy white, and then 3 more rows, so I can switch it up and do different patterns and different variations. And that just, so that, I love that creativity, that aspect of creativity. If you see I'm wearing this little ring, I have to tell you, I'm gonna have to get the little squirrel. Hold on, because this is a story. Hold on. So I don't know how many of you have been with me, or you have seen Squirrel's Little House, or that you know the story of Little Tiny Squirrel. But this is the little squirrel that my best friend from 2nd grade, when we left Orlando when I was in 5th grade, and we moved to Georgia, my best friend gave me this as a going away present. And we moved into an apartment, little tiny apartment, 2-bedroom apartment, until we were waiting on our house to be ready for us. 4 children, my 2 parents, in a 2-bedroom apartment. And it was in the middle of winter, and I'm a Florida girl, and I was cold, so I didn't play outside. And so I played on the staircase, this little tiny staircase that went upstairs, and I played with this little squirrel. I mean, again, it didn't take much to entertain me. So when I came upon this Julie Arkell piece on Earth Angels Studios website, I had to have it. It's Squirrel's House. Well, I had tried to get in touch. I'd done searches trying to find this dear friend of mine, to no avail. She wasn't on Facebook. I couldn't find her anywhere. Excuse me just a minute. So I couldn't find her. Well, yesterday was her birthday. I don't know how I've remembered it all these years. I'm turning 60. Yesterday was her 60th birthday. And I'm telling my kids at school, on, let's see how many minutes. I've gone way over. I'm not going to be able to put this on IGTV. We'll put it on YouTube. I thought, I was telling the kids at calendar time, I said, you know what? Today would be my best friend's birthday, from my best friend from 2nd grade, Tara Bork. And they said, okay, that's weird. I don't know why you're thinking of that. I said, I don't know why I always remember February 8th was her birthday. And we were best friends, and she gave me a little squirrel, and she gave me a ring on my 9th birthday. And this is the little ring that she gave me on my 9th birthday. We all went out. She went out to dinner with me and my family. I just remember those things. That was significant to me. And, well, the kids didn't understand it. And they said, my teacher friends were saying, you haven't talked to her. I said, I don't know what happened to her. And they said, well, that's just weird that you remember that. I said, I'm going to do a search. And I pulled up, found her face, found her image, found where she's teaching. There was a phone number. I called and talked to the secretary. She's an educator as well. Her mother was an artist. She's teaching fine arts. I was there on winter break, so I was able to leave her a message and wish her a happy birthday and let her know I still have this little ring. I still have little squirrel. I think about her every year on her birthday. And I'm hoping I'll hear back from her. I don't know. They just said, oh, she's one of our beloved teachers. And that warmed my heart, that after all these years, that we had just been best friends on the playground, and I would just hug her. She was just my soft friend, and I just loved her. And so I'm hoping I'll hear back from her. If I do, I'll let you know. But it's been a busy week or so. I kept thinking, I'm going to get on here and I'm going to catch up with you. And then every day it was something. And then Saturday, it was absolute heaven. And that school, I know so many of y'all messaged and were asking about that. And was there no way to salvage it? It was beyond, I wish someone had gotten to it before it reached that state of disrepair of I don't even know the word for it. I mean, the ceilings were crumbling in, and I didn't even get a full pan shot because there were old sofas in there and all. But my mind just went back to all those books that I've read, and which I didn't read till after I was 50. So if you never read Girl of the Limberlost, or you didn't read Anne of Green Gables, or you didn't read The Little House on the Prairie, it's not too late. You can pick up those books and just fall in love and think, why didn't I get to this sooner? I wasn't a reader when I was growing up. I started reading Little House on the Prairie books when I was in 5th grade, and I read The Borrowers and Stuart Little and all those stories. But I just, walking through on those hardwood floors and seeing that little stage up front, it was just, all I could see was all those movies, all those books I read. It was like it had come to life. And so if you didn't see that, that's on my last IGTV little episode, which I was trying out a new little video app where I put in music and did all kinds of fancy things. So I'm learning new things always. Okay. Trying to think if there was anything else that I was going to add to it. Maybe that's enough for this episode, and y'all are tired of hearing me talk. So I'm going to say my goodbyes. Do you want to see the rug real quick? I'll just do a little shot down there. It matching my bag, like, oh my gosh. This is truly my happy place. And so I will let you go, and I will see you next time. If you have any questions or anything that you were wondering about or you would like me to chat about, you just send me a message, and I'll talk to you next time. Have a great evening.